Alright, welcome back to Bridge Destruction Simulator. So last time we fought a bunch of poachers, and we are going to enter this tent after I grab that bag of loot to see what Horntail Hall is all about. If I had to guess, dragons, because horntails are dragons. Pretty mean ones at that, too.
What in Merlin's name?
Are those dragons?
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Horntail Hall.
The name makes sense now, and the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being in the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted.
Yeah, up there it was one thing, and here I think I would prefer a more discreet route. Can I Pontificus
Don't know what
Totalis
Victor
here?
was thinking, striking a bargain.
And I feel like there are far too many here to be spotted by, plus the dragons. Risk of that would be pretty dangerous. Also, I noticed they are wearing the collars that we saw at the camp.
Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of
Goblins
thinking?
are here.
Will they join us?
And they are glowing with that ancient magic.
Be far. The violence isn't going to get us what we want. I say, if every last wizard is run through with a blade, then violence is going to get me precisely what I want.
Sickens me to work alongside any of them. Don't know how Ramrock's stomach's being near Rookwood. Foul beast.
Not much
Charmers,
longer
the both
now.
of them.
Soon our necks will be out from under wizarding boots. Wizard kind will pay for what they've done.
You're now making me wish I wasn't doing this stealthily. Because I would destroy you both. You wouldn't take down one if I took down the other, right? This game's AI isn't that intelligent. Guess I'll leave them be and just sneak by. Oop, 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 oop. You turned around. I was almost spotted there. Right. Some loot this way.
Revenue.
We have a lot more enemies ahead. This looks like an area where
Did you
we're
hear
gonna...
those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her odds, shall we?
Yeah, no way we're doing that stealthily. I'm not a huge fan of
Look,
stealth anyway.
You've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Let me just do a little bit of looting. I did notice some Wiggenweld lying about. Why are we moving so slowly? I can't get faster if you're wondering. Oh, there we go. Finally. Hebridean,
Hamora.
you say? At least we're not going to be dealing with a horntail, because, yeah, that could end badly for us. Can you tell I recently watched through some of the Harry Potter films again? Yeah, them being kind of nasty dragons was a point in the 4th film.
All right, I have the egg.
ready. The element of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's
Yep.
make them count.
I will try not to use Crucio in front of her again. Even if it does put me at a little bit of a disadvantage.
Arresto momentum. Glacius. Defender.
Do you mind?
Expelliarmus.
The camera is locking onto all of the wrong people.
Back for more.
But why don't you use lock on, you might be wondering. It's terrible in this game, that's why.
The land returns to those gods.
Expelliarmus. Confringo.
I rolled that.
Glacius. Defender.
You're dead.
I shall make much of
Expelliarmus. Arresto momentum. Confringo.
No. I will not hold still.
Accio.
Get over here.
Expelliarmus.
You have lost your one privileges.
Defender.
And your life privileges.
You're the one we're looking for, and you brought a friend. Careful.
Stop right there.
Okay, you're... Ooh, you're an
I'll check your
animagus.
pockets after you're dead.
Expelliarmus.
Like to talk to dragons, do you?
Protego.
Look at that, I remembered Protego.
Feisty little
He
fellow.
says, while absolutely failing to Protego those. Protego? Is that what I just said? Okay, there are a lot of you.
Expelliarmus. Confringo.
You.
Accio.
Get down.
Arresto momentum. Expelliarmus. Glacius. Bombarda. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Arresto
Right,
momentum.
so you down. Get out of that.
Confringo. Glacius. Bombarda. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Arresto momentum. Glacius. Defender.
Is that all of them? Nope, Poppy's still getting lit up by a Gabo.
Expelliarmus. Accio.
Get over here.
Glacius. Defender.
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
Alright. I guess I just...
Accio. This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
That is not a pleasant way to die.
Incendio.
Incendio doesn't have that long of a reach. What are you playing at, game?
This way.
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Yeah, we kind of killed most people who saw us. But yeah.
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
I'd much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep it indefinitely. It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for long.
I mean, I'm sure the Room of Requirement could give me a place that's hidden from Deke if I needed a place that was hidden from Deke and I could keep it in there, but I digress. That's a silly question.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
Okay. And speaking of Deke, I guess now we can check on our breeding pen. Once I find a flue flame to get out of here with. Although I'm expecting some owl posts, so I'm not going to pause the recording yet. Because I just finished a main quest, that's why I'm expecting it.
It's time you learned the transformation spell.
Oh.
After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
This spell is one of my favorites in this game. Let's see here. Okay, so those are back at the castle. I was going to see if they were something I could do before I take the flue flame back, but no, those are back at the castle. Right. There's a village down here. I don't suppose they would have a flue flame. Oop, I heard a field guide page ding. There are spider eggs everywhere. Okay. You guys have a little bit of a spider problem. Is it back this way? Oh, it's on my mini-map. Ah, yeah, I guess you guys do have a spider problem. Spider sign. Evidently, a spider infestation has made this area particularly treacherous. One wonders how many areas could use a sign like this. Sorry, I had to answer that message, but I seem to be on the verge of combat, and now I seem to be out of it. Okay, then. Not celebrating the feat of rampant Dugbog. Is that something I did? Oh. Once again, I am in combat. And once again, I have to respond to a message. Alright, well, I'm just gonna move on, because I'm not gonna fight these spiders. They're aggroing on me when they really shouldn't be. Is there a flue flame here? Yes, there is.
I'm
Give me
glad
the
to
flame.
see you found your way to Pittapon Ford. Delightful place. Despite the little Dugbog problem.
Well, I may have helped out with that little Dugbog problem. I honestly don't wholly remember. You know, yeah, I probably did it when I was waiting for Professor Fig to turn up at this tower here. Right, Hogwarts, that's where I need to be. And if the breeding pen's not quite ready yet, then I'll go for the field guide page that Professor Weasley is telling us to go for. Oh yes, I also have some Wiggenweld that needs to be made and picked up. Alright, whoops. Too many button inputs. To the swamp. Right, are you guys done? You have 4 minutes left. Okay, I'm just going to brew some Wiggenweld. I'll pause the recording whilst I do that, and then I'll wait the rest of the time. You know, this is a major part of why I don't like the room of requirement stuff in this game. The fact that it takes real time and you have to wait for it. I mean, I understand breeding shouldn't be instant, but meh. I don't care for this real-time waiting stuff. Never have, never will. I guess there are a few exceptions that I'm thinking of, but in general, I don't like things that take real time in games like this. Well, I guess I have 3 more minutes to wait. Okay, I'm sorry to keep on pausing, but I feel like these toys were actually not made for the beasts. They were made for me, because watch how amusing this is. Oh god, I'm easily amused.
I believe she has learned about some of what we've been up to. I'm hoping she may be easier on me if you are there.
Thanks for sending me...
Can we meet at the Three Broomsticks? It may finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Horntail Hall.
Thank you for sending me Outpost when I was specifically pausing my video for the viewer experience. You couldn't have waited until I was done waiting on this? Okay, well, I guess I have to meet both Natsai and Poppy by now. But that will have to wait a few more minutes. Also, I want to get the transformation spell first, because I really enjoy that spell. I digress. Do I have any talent points? I'm digressing more. No, but I almost have one, because the upgrade for Transfiguration is really good. Enemies struck with the transformation spell transform into explosive objects. And I will be putting that on this bar here, because a lot of this stuff is just copies of my first bar. I don't have this one entirely fleshed out. Ooh, then again, when I get the other 2 Unforgivables, where am I going to put those? I guess I could replace the Pulso with something, because I don't really use the Pulso much. I could replace Arrest of Momentum with Transformation, and then replace Expelliarmus with the last Unforgivable. Yeah, that works. 47 seconds to go, but I'm going to pause anyway, because I'm out of things to talk about for now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1... It's a baby Thestral that came out of the womb fed, interestingly enough. Yeah, it's fed. Oh! Do I just have to interact with you? Oh, groom and feed the Thestral offspring. Oh, fine, I'll groom. You're already fed. You don't need more food.
I should let Deke know about the newborn
Might as well harvest some Thestral hairs whilst I'm here. And some toadwarts. As repugnant as that sounds. Yoink. All of this stuff. Right. Let's see if there's any upgrades I can make at the loom now. Probably not, but I might as well check. Alright, so I've added some new traits to my equipment. This one's the same. Imperial targets deal more damage. I figure I'm going to get that spell soon, probably. And then concentration, increased damage of all damage spells. Increased damage with Expelliarmus, I didn't change that one. Increased damage with Confringo, that's one I changed. Increased damage with Crucio, that's also one I changed. And increased damage with Confringo again, figured because that's one of my main damaging spells. Oops. Again, too many button inputs. Hey, Deke.
Hello, Deke. You'll be pleased to know that a little Thestral was born.
How wonderful to have more Thestrals in our world. Such misunderstood beasts.
I'm sorry that we can both see Thestrals, Deke.
Deke is privileged to see such majestic beasts, but sometimes wishes Deke couldn't. Deke is to blame.
What do you mean, to blame?
Years ago, Deke's master ordered Deke to help him capture a phoenix, the rarest of all beasts, that Master had spotted high on a cliff. The phoenix was the most beautiful beast Deke had ever seen. Deke begged Master to leave her be. When Deke hesitated to climb up the cliff as ordered, Deke had to punish himself. As Deke punished himself, Master grew angrier and angrier, and in his frustration cast at the regal bird. Deke suspects the phoenix was protecting eggs when it swooped down in fear and fury. Before Deke could reach him, Master fell from the cliff. Deke stayed on that cliffside for days, punishing himself, before Tobbs found him.
And you blame yourself for that? You know, you were kind of assigned to me. Am I technically your master now? Wonder if I could give you clothes and just free you. Honestly, yeah, even good-natured Maximilian would think this.
It sounds to me as if your master got what he deserved.
Deke never wanted anyone to get hurt. Not the Phoenix, not Tobbs, and not even Master. Deke often wonders what became of that Phoenix. Deke feels fortunate to be at Hogwarts now, helping you rescue beasts. Perhaps Deke can make amends for what came before.
And yeah,
no
before...
herbology professor, but some plants here seem to be ready to harvest.
Before I head out, I actually want to check on the hippogriffs. Because I want to see a hippogriff offspring. They're probably rather adorable. I don't really remember, because it's been a while since I did my first playthrough. There it is. It looks like it got its father's colors. Yeah, that is pretty fucking cute. Okay, you get this win, Hogwarts Legacy Room of Requirement. I normally don't like interacting with the Room of Requirement, but that's actually adorable. And now Highwing here is a mother. I wonder what Poppy would think about that. Ooh, you have a feather ready to gather. Is it the toy box that gave you the quote-unquote grooming? Alright. Well, now we have a couple field guide pages to get, but that will have to wait until next time, because that's where I'm ending off this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.